VIP. Stretching early morning, this hard work isn't foreign. Natties and scholarships, ain't nothing else important. Passion to be the best, that's how I'm not trying to rest. I say stay high and tight, this team don't play that mess. Gotta prove your worth in class to be center stage. I put in time on these fortes and I'm mid-May. Stay on point in every style, let me demonstrate. Second to none, and I put that on the quasi. I gotta give it my all. I wanna be responsible for one of the plaques on the wall. One trophy ain't enough, need my name engraved on the mall. Nothing's out of my reach. Miss T lace me with this port of bra. Strong core on point, but I never fall. Shall say to the phone whenever destiny calls. Cause I wanna be the GOAT. So whether they on stage or in class, the mission's no notes. Look, StudioTypes, yeah, you know who we are. Expectations for greatness, aiming it for Mars. So at minimum, we landing on the stars. Yesterday's limits ain't today, so we gotta raise the bar. StudioTypes, yeah, you know who we are. Expectations for greatness, aiming up for Mars. So at minimum, we landed on the stars. Yesterday's limits ain't today, so we gotta raise the bar. Being premium's a dream. Work the hamstring. Solo at national. My team can trust me. Every day trying to level up the repertoire. So every class, StudioTypes gotta raise the bar. Being premium's the dream. Work the hamstring. Solo at national. My team can trust me. Every day trying to level up the repertoire. So every class, StudioTypes gotta raise the bar.
Up for doing 2 nationals back to back?
It's gonna be overwhelming, but I feel like we wouldn't have been chosen to do this if we weren't the right company. I think Drew knew that we were going to the nationals already, but he wouldn't have chosen us if he didn't know we could do it.
To pack to go on a long trip that we're staying for a really long time, like, I don't know what the weather like in LA is gonna be like. But just to think ahead to plan for an entire 2 weeks, it's hard. I don't know.
Especially since we're not going to be there, so you need to go through and make sure that you have everything that you need. And remember, you're going right from California to Florida, so you're going to have to make sure you really have everything. How do you feel about us not going to be there for California?
Well, I'm disappointed. Only because you guys have been at all my competitions since I first started competing. So it's we're ending it off, y'all not being there. It's just weird.
Something that excites me the most to go to LA. I've never really been, and that's one of my biggest places I wanted to go to. Just to go to the beach and see all the nice houses. And I wanted to go to Hollywood, the street, and just walk around that part with the stars. Thinking about being with all of them at the same time in a house, it's exciting, but it's also there's so many girls, so I just know there's gonna be some form of drama, at least one night, once, just once.
Traveling with this group, we had Elite, Premier Company, and 720.
First day of travel, we had to be there at the Booty Butt Cheeks crack of dawn. Probably knew the airport closed because we had to be there when they opened. Yeah, we had to be there when they opened.
It was early.
It was too early.
It was very early in the morning. I think we got to the airport, about 5:30?
Yeah. We were supposed to get to the airport by 5:30. Some people rose when they, arrived when they felt like arriving.
They did.
It's important to be on time. It's important to have a schedule. And I don't know, maybe because I was a mom, I'm used to making sure I make a time, a schedule, like I'm leaving if you're not downstairs by this time. So it was pretty hard at first.
I was excited to go to LA because like I've never been there before until I went to the dance studio, and it was like very exciting.
But we made it through security pretty good. We were real deep on the plane. It was a lot of us. You know how Southwest is, you go into, they call you by groups.
By the zones. Mm-hmm.
So we asked the people, you sure? You want to go to the back with us? You sure? The people were getting on the plane. Okay now, because we deep on this plane. We deep.
Like she was asleep before we even took off.
Yeah, I was tired.
Took my blanket. She had my blanket the whole time.
Plane ride was smooth. We didn't even have to get off of our plane for going to LA. We just was able to stay on the plane, but it was pretty cool. There was some kids their first time flying. Some of them first time flying without their parents too. So that was an honor. It was pretty
All right, y'all, let's get footage of everybody saying hello, please. Just wave to the camera. Hey. Sheree.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey.
What you say? Sorry. I move fast. Say hey, just say.
En route to LA, I'm a super duper planner. So I believe that we had to get 2 vans, which we did need 2 vans. But then I reached out to one of my brother's friends, Robert, and he coordinated a U-Haul to meet us at the airport. When the U-Haul met us at the airport, they took our luggage and brought it to the house and parked it at the house. That way we can unpack our U-Haul when we were finished doing everything we had to do. We arrived in LA probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so that means we couldn't check in until about 3 or 4. I knew I wanted the kids to, experience some things before we got to the house, because we weren't going to have a lot of time. We had a lot of dancing happening, and it was a good time. I thought it was really good that when it was all planned. It worked out. Yes. We went to In-N-Out first.
Oh yeah, we went to In-N-Out.
We had In-N-Out. A lot of them were first timers, so we looked at the secret menu and
supposed to say that out loud.
Secret.
That's the point of it being a secret.
But people know about them having a secret menu.
I don't think that's something you say.
What's the
Like, oh, they have a
In-N-Out
secret.
police are gonna come for me?
Yes, they're gonna ban this. Ugh.
As a vegetarian, I wasn't impressed. I think I had a vegetable burger. I liked it. I like burgers. I'm not a vegetarian. I think the fries were good. Oh yeah, those fries were good. And the sauce, they have those In-N-Out sauce. Mm-hmm.
Got to eat out on the beach, so that part was it was fun, a really great day, very, very fun.
We went to In-N-Out. That was a good time. The kids enjoyed a nice burger and some fries and a milkshake. And then from there, we went to Venice Beach. Venice Beach is somewhere that we hold dear in our heart due to the passing of my brother. But we have great memories there too. And we have great friends there. So I was excited to show the kids palm trees. Palm trees and sand and beaches, because we live in Georgia, people. We don't have a beach near us at all. That's not like 2 hours away. But it was nice to experience, landing, eating, and going straight to the beach.
Venice Beach. First of all, no, let's go back, because we had an itinerary that said we're gonna get these vans and we're going to the beach and we're gonna do bike rides and we're gonna be hanging at the beach all day. And we decided to show up in flip-flops. We got on sandals, skirts. think they were too cute for the occasion.
It was fun. I like the beach. It was cool. It was just hot. Yeah, and we walked, so that was an experience. But it was definitely different from being in Georgia, and the people were definitely different, more interesting.
Parents, some of y'all kids can't ride a bike.
I don't believe they've been outside. I don't believe they've been outside
in forever.
Just like that, we on bikes, y'all.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
We went to Venice Beach, we rode bikes, and I was kind of like a little bit rusty on the bike. I haven't rode
a bike since you were a little girl.
I haven't rode a bike in a while. But I still, it took a while, but I got the hang of it after a while.
These kids need to get back outside because they did not know how to ride no bike. They kept trying to run into me and run me off the road, and they was like, yeah, we know how to ride. No, they didn't.
The bike rides were pretty cool. We were able to locate a place that was able to give us bikes for all sizes and heights of our kids. There were some that didn't know how to ride a bike, which was interesting to me, so this was a new experience for them. But I would say it was dangerous. It was fun. All at the same time, we had kids running into stores with their entire bike.
They used their feet like Fred Flintstone.
They was running into people's merchandise. They ran into people's stores. They was running people over. Artwork. They ran over the elderly.
They ran over themselves.
Wiping out people left and right, wiping out street art. But all in all, it was a good time to bike ride along the coast of Venice Beach in Santa Monica, and to see that and see palm trees and to be with your friends. I thought it was a pretty cool addition to the start of our LA trip.
So we did come up on Syncopated Ladies.
Yeah, that was a good experience.
Which was amazing because our kids got to be in their video. Got to be in a video.
And show that they can tap.
Could tap. In their tennis shoes.
They could tap. They showed that they could tap. They've been trained to tap. That was a great experience.
Great experience.
It was fun because I got to brag to my sister because she loves them. So I got to tell her that I met them and she didn't.
I saw the Syncopated Lady.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
I was the one that saw the lady, Taylor. I said we should go this way. I was the one and I left you guys after that. I saw them. She always sees.
She did not see them.
Taylor,
roll the clip.
You don't have to roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
I'm the one that said we should go that way. That looks like people dancing over there.
Yeah, but you didn't know it was the Syncopated Ladies.
Taylor, I did know it was the Syncopated Ladies. I said that's Chloe.
Yes, after we went up there, and I said,
no ma'am. No ma'am.
Please tell me we have video camera footage.
She was too busy. She was too busy sulking. Number one, that she didn't want to be there. She was too busy going through the, and I don't want to.
Please tell me we have camera footage.
We do have camera footage, and I've seen it, and that's why I can speak on it.
No, you didn't.
Pull it up. I'm the one that said we should go this way. Look, there's ladies dancing over there. And as we got closer, I said, that's Chloe. That's Chloe. That must be the Syncopated Ladies. And I said, you guys can stay here and watch. I need to go find where the bikes are. And I took Miss Sherlyn with me. Or Casey with me.
No, that's not how it happened.
She's emotional.
I really hope we have
She takes credit for everything that I do, too.
I really hope we have the footage. Because you know how I know you weren't there? Because I was the one that approached them with Miss Tamika.
Okay, I never said that I approached them, Taylor. We can rewind this now. But I never said that I approached them. We stood afar. We did not go near them, Taylor. We stood afar from them. We did not approach them. When I left you, we did not approach them. I said, let's go over there and watch the girls dance over there. And I said, that's Chloe from the Syncopated Ladies. Y'all stood there, y'all did what y'all did. I don't know what happened after the fact. I just said I left. I didn't introduce you, I didn't approach them, I didn't do any of that. I said that was them dancing over there.
We went to, when we were talking about it, when we saw them, Miss Tamika said, oh, they're tapping. I said, I think that's Chloe. And then we went closer, and then she was like, that's Chloe, we have to say something. And then we stood there, we watched, and then the manager approached.
Okay, so where was I?
You were at the bike place. Because
I left, I said, you guys stay here, and I'm gonna go with Casey to the bike place to go look to see the other bike place that we rented from originally when we were on the boardwalk, if they were there. I left you guys from that point. We didn't walk away from each other. Y'all was already standing there. I brought you to that place. I brought you there. I did not approach her, no. I brought you guys there and y'all were watching them dance. Okay. Are you looking for Jesus to tell you what to say?
No, I'm looking for you to answer that.
What does that mean? I'm not up there, I'm right here. Go for it, Taylor. How was it?
I wasn't there.
I didn't say you wasn't, and nothing in this conversation did I ever say that you were not there. At no time in this conversation did I say that you were not there. You just conveniently always erase me out of being present.
I brought you into the story. My story, I brought you in. It's just not the time that you said you were there.
Okay.
But we were living
So
through
how did
the
it feel since it was your story?
No, it's fine. You get that. I'm okay.
No, go for it.
I promise I'm okay. I don't remember clearly, obviously, so.
Well, I thought it was a great experience for the girls to see a professional dance company be there and be present and see that they're still working, creating content that is relevant content, and that they were welcoming to the kids.
Relevant content. You said you're relevant as if it's like not.
I thought you weren't speaking.
Goodbye.
So like I said, I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool that they were creating content to show that they're still busy, they're still working, they're still trying to keep their names out there and stay on the scene as dancers.
Carson, when we were in LA, right? And we saw the Syncopated Ladies. Wasn't it me and you that pointed out the fact that it was Chloe?
Yeah.
It wasn't Miss Tara, right?
No.
She just tried to argue me down in the interview. Put that in there. Put that in there. Ugh.
No, it was definitely us.
It was me and you. We were like, they're tapping. And then I was like, I think that's Chloe. You're like, that's Chloe. That's the Syncopated Ladies. She just argued me down. 10 fingers might got me. I'm not doing this interview.
So we get back to the vans, we're leaving Venice Beach, and everybody's happy because we're like having jokes and stories about kids actually crashing into things. Crashing. Oh!
Hey, I just got a second witness. And I was on camera. Carson seconded that it was me and her that saw them. And you were at the bike shop. You were at the bike shop, Bob. I promise you were at the bike shop, Bobby.
No, you weren't, Taylor. I walked you guys over there. You should go clean your nose.
She just wants to rip on me now.
No, I don't.
That's fine.
I initially remember Felicia and I making sure we clicked our van. And I was like, mine was clicking, and she said mine clicked too. So we thought they were locked.
Really, we should sue the car company.
We should definitely sue the car company.
Lawsuit.
Coming for you now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we thought everything was great. Everything was good. We come back, and the kids in Felicia's van was able to open the doors. And I'm like, why are the doors able to be open? But I had to still click mine because my doors were locked. Because I pulled my door, it was locked. So
But our windows were popped.
But we didn't know that yet.
Oh, yeah.
So then we thought that our van was cool. However, when I went to our bag, I had some credit cards that were missing. And I didn't realize.
You thought maybe you put them in.
Maybe I blamed it on myself. So I thought maybe I put them someplace else. Still not thinking what's in my bag because we're still manning, 40 kids, 5 adults, or 8 adults. We have a lot of people with us. And then I have kids saying that their things are stolen. So we had things stolen out of like a unicorn bag, which means that's somebody like a little gift card. So kids are saying I'm missing my gift cards, I'm missing cash, I'm missing a lot of things. And that was disappointing to see because this is the beginning of our trip and they've already been robbed in LA. But it's like, welcome to LA, y'all. This is where you get robbed too, from your car.
We parked our vans somewhere nearby Venice Beach and thought, well, no, the doors were locked. Yeah, so we checked. Everybody checked the doors, they were locked. Yeah. And we paid to park too, but we were supposed to, did we? Well, we was coming back because our time ran out. Oh, right. So that's how we discovered we were robbed. Oh, no. But it was interesting because only one van appeared to have been robbed. But we didn't find out the other van was actually robbed until Tamara realized that her laptop was missing. Her and yeah.
Our van had been robbed.
Y'all, somebody broke into the van.
Broke into
both vans. They were so professional. They locked the doors back.
Locked the doors back.
They took both of our computers, laptops, and then
they took my credit cards.
Yeah.
I was done. I only had the credit cards that was on me, which was one debit card, one credit card. But all my other credit cards for the trip were taken and stolen.
We have a theory about what happened because on the van it says it has a low jack, so they know where the vans were. So you just pop the little lock out, go in, take what you need, and lock the door. And keep it moving. That part was crazy. Sorry, our kids were really hurt by that, but it didn't break them.
Nope.
Balcony, full bathroom with tub and shower, walk-in closets, a sofa,
3 walk-in closets in one room.
2 to 3 walk-in closets per room. They were able to control their own air in their area. They really felt like they were
MTV cribs. They ran in the house and she was like, everybody go to the living room. I'll tell you where you're going.
But they had amazing space. So for me to be able to provide that, it's second to none. I was very happy.
I think they thought they was gonna be on Bad Girls Club when they run and pick their room. But that's not really what happened. Tamara always had some plans. And that was not the plan. But I think they thought it was like a really nice house. It was a really nice house. It was very roomy. Yeah. Enough space for everybody. Yeah. As many people that was there, it didn't feel like, everybody was on top of each other. Everybody had their own space. So I kind of go back to, at the end of the day, we never got back to the house. And there was nice little areas for everybody to have just a relaxed time outside of their rooms. Yeah.
Let's just say I'm glad it's only me and my brother and I'm the youngest of 3.
Sharing a house with a whole lot of people was not fun, especially with all girls, because there's drama every other minute, and it was funny to watch because we weren't part of it, but just listening to it, it got annoying after a certain point. We're just like, all right, can we just live in?
The kids were bad in the house. I'm just kidding.
They were bad. They were just, being teenagers, preteens. We set rules, or Tamara set rules in the beginning about them not having their phones, and they pretty much, stuck to that. And I think it was good. You talk to your teammates, like you sleeping next to them, you got to compete with them. You're with them for the next. We were gone for 10 days. Like you're with them, so I think it was good team bonding for them to literally be together. And I feel like that helped the cohesiveness because you're sleeping together, you're eating together, you're doing everything together at this point.
All the kids know about Tamara's cooking, so they came with an empty stomach. They left home with the empty stomach, anticipating that they was gonna eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner prepared by Chef Tamara.
Okay, so cooking, I knew that's something that is a passion of mine. I love to cook for people. I love to cook for my daughter when she was a little girl. I love making things that she thought I couldn't make, or she'll show me a picture and be like, make this. And I would try my best to make that happen. And if you're a friend of mine, you've been to my home, I'm always cooking. So cooking, I didn't realize how much cooking I would be doing. And I believe one morning I counted the pancakes and I stopped at 120 pancakes that I made, but I made the whole bag of pancake mix. So I believe I hit over 200 pancakes. The kids were happy.
Still needed more.
They still needed more pancakes, but the kids were happy.
Them kids was hungry. Them kids were so hungry. I think one morning Tamara made like 500 pancakes. Like just was in there flipping pancakes.
They would get up in the morning, what we eating? Like, what are we eating? So we had a nice little line going, but then they wanted to know what was going to be for lunch and dinner.
I pride myself on being able to be inclusive, so I told them, like, what do we want to do? Let's have Chick-fil-A Sundays for breakfast. So we had biscuits and chicken tenders, honey, Chick-fil-A. For Sunday, Chick-fil-A's close. And so we did different things in the kitchen to just bring it together for them and make them have a taste of home. But I cooked every breakfast and dinner except for one dinner.
Dropped the kids off and we were inside of Sam's Club running errands. We went to Walmart and Sam's Club like 5 different times because we kept forgetting stuff like off our list, and we was losing stuff, personal items. So
Not we,
but
Tamara lost a purse.
Well, truth be told, I lose something at every competition. It's either a phone, it's either a satchel, but it's never my mind. Please!
So today we have our crew girls, Zoe and Trin. They're going for their first rehearsal. And then we got our intermediates and our juniors doing the first half of classes. And then our teens and seniors doing the last half. So we going basically all night.
7 tween, they're exactly what I said. When kids feel like they're on vacation so much, it's hard to focus them in. 7 tween, I call them my 7 little superheroes. I say it all the time. But 7 tween, it's moments like that where you remember that they're children and that you're like focusing. I'm like, I walk to the back and they're not dressed at all, and I'm like, y'all haven't even gone over this dance. Like, I don't know what y'all think we're doing, but y'all look a hot mess. And if they don't, it's not even, I've been with them for most of the year, so they respond to me getting on them like that. But anybody else, like Casey will go back there and she'll be like, y'all need to get dressed. And they like laugh at her. So it's like, it was hard for them with me having to be so hard on them, but then also me wrangling Trinity and Zoe at the same time. So I was just going back and forth with all of it. But 7 tween, oh boy, that just showed me how the whole weekend was gonna be. Well, the whole week was gonna be, because it's like, we're gonna have to focus them in now. I think that night I started going into kids' rooms and I was like, listen, you're here for competition. Go to sleep. Go.
This is not a sleepover that lasts all week.
Yeah, like go to bed. Like, we're here for competition. Y'all need to be up stretching in the morning and all. Yeah. It was just like trying to, that made me realize that we needed to focus everybody back in, because everybody wasn't there yet.
7 tween.
7 tween.
It's their first year. But 7 tween was 7 tween. You see just 7 tween and they were excellent. Being that by the time you get to nationals and the end of the year, everything is so,
it's gel, it's glue.
It's just butter.
look, I guess because it's smooth.
Yes,
they don't practice. They have and
they cut you clean. Listen, they cut clean and they look good. Their movement is flawless as they're going through. And it's between It's a Look and Come Together.
Those are my two favorite, I think.
Man, when they give you It's a Look,
it's a look.
It's a look. And their movement is so
it's a look.
Great. And they're moving together, they're vibing together all at the same time.
But they come together too with those hats.
Baby.
7 tween is 7 tween.
I think a hat fell off, a lift didn't work out, and Landon was pissed.
Okay, let's check this out. Let's check it at the door. Check it at the door. How many more performances do you have today? 3. So is it time to sit into this? We should be sitting in this. You gotta get ready for your next dance. Are you gonna take this to the stage? This right here? No, you did really well. Do you understand that? I don't be walking. You wouldn't be talking. Y'all be walking back. You did really well. Do you understand that? It's time now to kill the rest of the dances that you have.
I'll be with you guys. I won't be with you because I can't be with them.
It doesn't matter. It's not even her. Don't put that on you. It's not that.
I didn't even get to
It's not that. We've been running this dance all year. Y'all been dancing this dance since August. You've been dancing this dance since August. Am I correct? Yes? Let's take this picture and then let's go.
Landon, Bella, Casey. You'll see it on their face before you see it on China or Naya or Zia. Zia kind of lives in her own world, so you don't really see too much on her face until like she don't really.
She like, we missed that. Oh well.
But Landon is somebody that takes stuff very, very seriously. Yeah. Bella takes it very seriously, and Casey does as well. Like all of them take it serious, but those 3 they don't play. No. So Landon came off that stage pissed, like red. And I already knew she was bad. And they're the kind of company that it's really rare that you have to yell at them because they finna yell at each other.
Exactly.
And they have to. Like, it was a moment where it's just like, what you gotta do? Do what you gotta do.
We actually let them walk ahead of us.
Yeah, we let them just go ahead. Because I'm like, they know.
They go out of stage. We even say good job because we don't say good job if it was good.
No.
But we let them walk past us. And as they walk past us, their pace got a little bit faster.
And Landon turned her head.
And Landon said, what are you doing? I was like, oh yeah, it's on and popping. We are now in competition stage. We are here. And I think once we did come together though, everything else.
They were getting out there.
They started.
They were back in
nailing every single
turn series, every single lip, everything. They weren't on it no more. Well, she's always been my little sister, but she's been my little sister for like, I think this is like 4 years now that me and Trinity have been like stuck to the hip. So everything that she does is like
magnified.
Yes, and especially to like us, and it doesn't help, like she's just such a great dancer. And so, but she also is she's young, and she tries to get over on us, and she loves dance so much that she will do anything to keep dancing, meaning that she will have an injury that I know that me and her made an agreement on. So at CAR, we made an agreement. She said her knee was hurting. I said, okay, you're gonna need to sit out of practices. Like if you're doing summer camp, you need to be sitting down, icing that leg every time I see you. That was our agreement, because her knee was hurting back in May. We're now in July. We're now in July. And you're sitting at competition and you're like, I feel like my knee is about to shatter.
Your assisting classes at Celebrity, with crew. So you're dancing more than anyone else is dancing, because you're dancing in class, full out, so that you can be in the front or the camera can catch it. And then you gotta compete with your company as well.
And dance on stage.
And then you're probably sleep deprived. You didn't eat well. You didn't take enough. You didn't hydrate yourself. There's so many ways of an injury coming to fruition.
With that elite group, especially with Trinity, they will dance in pain. And
no matter what.
No, they will dance in pain. And so we as moms, you have to really sometimes make that decision for them to say, sit down, that you're not doing it. You're not dancing right now. You can't dance. You're gonna hurt yourself more than you already are hurt. But they are so committed. They're so committed to it. So
they will dance with concussion,
with a boot on, a sling on. They would dance.
Have to evaluate what it is for them, because they'll try it. Oh, I'm okay, but now you're about to fall out. Can we just give it a rest till we come back to it? So you have to do the thinking for them sometimes. But as long as you're calm and make the rational decision, they can get through it.
Trinity needed a whooping, okay? Because after, she thought she was okay, after we got the pain subsided, this girl went out there and started tumbling. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, we need you for more days. We haven't even made it to Orlando yet. And now you up here doing stuff, a whooping.
Watching Trinity dance through her injury, it was kind of like, wow, she can push through anything, but it's also like you don't want to put your body through something that'll hurt you in the long run, and she did that, which isn't always good, but she pushed through.
Yeah, it was painful to watch, and it was really sad, because this is nationals, this is where you want to leave it all on the floor, and she still did, but it was just oh man, what if we had 100%?
Yeah.
Beast. Yeah. But she still pushed through it, and that's what I like to see.
I know what's gonna get Trinity mad. What gets Trinity mad is me telling her you're not about to dance. And then not only are you not about to dance, but I'm gonna go take your spot. And she knows that this is a thing that can happen. So she's like, oh no, now she's mad. I need to ice my knee. I can do it. I can do all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, now you want to take care of your leg. But before it was just oh, my leg's just gonna be hurt, and it is what it is. So then finally, because we were getting into it, and then of course, her company gets involved, and then mommy gets involved, and she's just like, what's going on? And I'm like, Trinity's been hurt since CAR. And she's just looking at me with all this anger. She's just mad because I'm telling the truth. But I'm like, girl, you've been hurt for a really long time now. I'm telling Tamara. I didn't tell her at first because me and you had an agreement, but now I gotta tell her.
If you give them logical reasoning, it'll work, as long as it's not broken and it's not falling
right
out. And you don't tell them, oh, you can't dance.
Because they're not hearing that.
Can't dance?
They ain't hearing that. They're gonna lie. They're gonna say they gonna say they fine. They don't feel no pain. They're gonna try to whatever. Yeah.
But it has to have a conversation with them, but at the same time you have to get that dancer to be really honest about where that pain is and what's happening before you can even address the problem of a real timeline of when they can come back or how we fix the problem.
She had to choose between, okay, do you want to do listen, a dance that you just learned, or do you want to do, I think it was remember, and Trinity was like, I want to do listen. Pissed her whole company clean off.
And in addition, we took the choreography and re-choreographed some things and restaged some things. So she didn't have to do like an aerial. She didn't have to do a handstand. Well, when Listen hits the stage, she takes everything out that we fixed so that she wouldn't be injured, and she does everything. Not just one thing, everything that she should have not done. I mean, like tumble pass.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool, until she did one tumble pass, which is a round off into a back tuck, like floating back tuck, and then she lands like that and then limps off stage. Me and mommy, I don't know what was going on between us at the moment. I think we looked at each other, we were like,
stage, just go.
and we were walking, and we went to her like, what are you doing? And she ran back on stage. So we couldn't get to her.
She ran away from us and went back to the stage.
Thinking about being a dancer, of course you want to push through it, but you know, now being a teacher and an adult, it's kind of like you need your body. Like even when you're done dancing, like you need that, and you're risking not having that, or you know, ending your dance career here, where you have so much more to do, and so it's not worth it. You know.
That was the end for her.
She was over it.
That was the end. So from there, we tell her that she's not dancing anymore, not doing any more competition stuff for 777 dance. She then doesn't tell Celebrity. She goes to assist in a class, and all of a sudden I see somebody run out to me like, Trinity is her, Trinity is her. I run out, we run to go get her. Of course, Taylor's like the big sister, like, told you don't do this, little girl.
I know, but I mean, I can
And,
just power
took
through
her
that,
out,
or like did it hurt?
wrapped her knee. And she pretty much was injured from July 1st until the end of competition season. Today we're doing master classes in the morning. We're driving our junior crew members. I got two. We're driving our junior crew members to the convention so they can get there early for setup. And then the entire company is coming for classes from 9:30 to 12:30. Being a mom of a former crew member of Celebrity, I felt like the legacy was going to continue, and it didn't stop with Taylor Rose. And I think Taylor was a proud sissy, if anything, watching Chloe and Trinity. I always say that, you know. Zoe and Trinity go forward and be presented to recruit. So I kind of was hands off in the respect that Rosie kind of took care of getting them ready for what to expect as a crew member of Celebrity.
Yeah, they did junior crew. I never did junior crew. Carson did junior crew. I did senior crew. So senior crew is just like the older version of junior crew, and they kind of travel with Celebrity. So, but I knew the expectations of junior crew being that most times on senior crew you have to watch over junior crew and make sure they're doing stuff right and stuff like that. And I know that working with Celebrity can be a job that you can have forever till you're like 40. So if you start good now, she's 40. But a job that you can have forever. So it's like 40 is kind of old. I mean, but to start something when you're like
I was really trying to hold that in. You said to like 40, like that old lady next to me.
you're gonna still be going.
Oh,
After 40.
okay, I'm still going after 40.
Woo! Get it wonky.
Proud moment to see Zoe and
Zoe and Trinity, they were exhausted because they're hard dancers. Like anytime they're dancing. So if they're showing somebody a dance, teaching somebody a dance, they're giving it. They're all. But just having to be with the extra rehearsals, and then we getting there early, and we making trips back and forth because they have to, do that thing as crew. They were exhausted, but they pulled through. They held it down. They did a good job. They did. I was proud of them.
So it's just organizing the house. We made sure to have like house meetings the night before. That way we can talk about the next day and how we need to prepare, what time kids had to be downstairs. That way it's a conversation that we all had together. It wasn't like having individual conversations with each person. And whatever their understanding of that conversation can be talked amongst them after we've already said it. So we had breakfast in the morning. Sherilyn and I cooked breakfast every morning for the dancers, and then we would transport kids to Celebrity. And I think the nerves, like, oh my gosh, we're actually here for Celebrity, because our first day was like a tourist. Like we felt like we were visiting LA. More so, yeah, 777 takes on California instead of actually being there to dance. Our parents went their separate ways. They had their own hotel rooms and Airbnbs, and then we had our own Airbnb to stay in. So it was pretty good. I thought the kids did well the first day.
Sightseeing in LA was fun. I remember going to the Wax Museum. We went to the Wax Museum. We were going up the stairs. We went to the bathroom. And I look over and I see Pennywise just standing in the corner. And I was like, I'm not about to do this.
The sightseeing, we were able to park, and she knew exactly where to park when we went to sightseeing. So we parked in her favorite parking lot. The museum was amazing. I got a picture of my boyfriend, Tupac. Oh my God, yes. And he looked really real.
now share them with the dancers that we're growing up with and growing them into young ladies. I thought it was a good time. It was great to just let loose, relax.
It was fun seeing like Hollywood. I like seeing palm trees. I don't know why. Palm trees are just really nice.
We had a function to get back to, so it was a tight schedule to go to Madame Tussauds. We went to Madame Tussauds, but we had to be back by a certain time for a celebrity brunch with dancers, for the dancers. But we made it. Like it was in record time.
The streets were so crowded when you're trying to get to the wax museum, or just the whole street looked like you were in downtown Disney somewhere with so many people out. But that day was really fun.
Alright, it's Casey. We're back to talk about me also. This is part 2. Hillary Banks came through, and then Normani came through, giving us very much motivation. And then Brittany came through, child. She wanted to sit up in her room. Ooh, not Miss Josephine back from the dead. Ooh, there go Boisha. Ooh, Willow Smith came through. Who else was there? Ooh, there go Megan the Pony. Oops, I mean Megan the Stallion. Then Beyonce came through to give us hot sauce in her bag, swag to season our chicken that we had at dinner. Ooh, and then Marseille Martin with the pink blazer. We got some clones going on.
And TLC was there. Drake.
Baby Drake was there.
Was
Nicki.
there.
Drake. Oh yeah, Drake was there. Baby Drake. Shout out to Baby Drake. Baby Drake. 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 Hey, my favorite. Yeah.
We had Baby Drake. We had
everybody was. I forgot Baby Drake was the most.
I know Baby Drake was the one. Who was with him? Was Nicki with him? I think. Who was with Baby Drake?
Nicki Minaj came. Rihanna was there.
We had Kid, Cardi B, her. We had everybody. Beyonce and her hot sauce came to dinner. The 90s babe was there. We had a Marseille Martin was there a few times.
The basis of it was always to make a theme night at home. Something for us to do that was, just not regular dinner time for the kids. It's just like, hey, we're just gonna eat dinner, and that's it. Taylor and I, we like to party. We like to do things. So we love to throw parties. We love to throw parties. We love to have a theme to it. So I thought that was pretty cool for us just to have a theme. Have the kids actually think out a costume to wear and then show up. And then we did a little fashion show.
Cardi B was there.
Oh, Cardi was there.
Nicki and Cardi in the same room.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it was really good. It was really good just to see everyone actually participate in it.
These mamas, let me tell you, mamas.
These mamas.
First of all, let's be real clear. They said they was coming on the trip because they didn't want their kids to be in California, be so far away without them. I don't think that was the case because they were still without them when they got to California, because these moms enjoyed themselves thoroughly.
They partied because
you know what, they trust us with their kids. So they enjoyed themselves thoroughly.
They enjoyed themselves really, really good. So they party, you know, they really party.
But you know me. But you know me though. What's going on?
Bro, they're having...
Bro, first off, why are your hands in fists?
Cause she was getting ready to fight me because she said,
just walk
you
out the room.
pushed me.
Walk out the room because your hands are in fists. So Zia's first incident at Nationals was when we were in our house, and myself and the adults, we were sitting in our lounge area, and we just heard a don't. You better not try me. Don't. You better not try me. And myself and Casey went into running mode. Were you there?
I was asleep. Oh, I missed the first night.
But Rosie was sleeping. We go around, and Zia is having a disagreement with her 7 tween members, and they are arguing. I don't even remember what they were arguing.
They were arguing about, well, see, I was asleep, but y'all know I got the information. They can't give it to me that morning, but she basically, from my understanding, what the girls are saying was there was an argument over covers. And Zia wanted a specific blanket, and Naya was telling her, we're sleeping on the same bed. It's not just your blanket, it's, you know, our blanket as a whole. And so instead of Zia just understanding that, the conversation was, I'll beat you up if you don't give me my blanket.
She said she was just telling you what side was her side.
No. I kept on. I asked her because last night I woke up and the covers were like completely pulled off me. I had no cover. So I told her before we went into the bed, I asked her, can you not pull the covers? She kept on continuously pulling the covers.
Maya?
What had happened was...
No, that what had happened stuff is not happening here. Not in the court of law of 777 Dan Tamara Whitehead. What happened was, what I did, my actions were, but what had happened is not a sentence. Do you understand that?
Mind you, they're best friends. Yeah, that's her closest friend in the company.
It's her closest friend. So that became something where she couldn't calm herself down. She was at 100 million, and we were trying to bring her back to at least 10 or 9. It didn't need to come to you clenching your fist like you get ready to fight somebody for a comforter. And if it
was because you kicked me.
She didn't kick you. She pushed you. Yo, you keep on escalating this, and I'm gonna tell you something. When you see me escalated, it's a wrap. Because you've never said that she kicked you until right now. And that was a hard thing to do, but then the kids were like nervous about it all in the room that was sharing with her. So Casey, I put some teachers on duty to watch 7 tween while they sleep so that we can make sure nothing happened after the fact. And that was a successful night until about 2 o'clock in the morning. We all then turned in and went to sleep, but then had to be up again to make breakfast and get the kids ready for the next day.
I heard like commotion and just loudness, and I'm like, hey, shh, you know how black people do. Any slight of commotion, you gotta be quiet so we can hear what's going on. So I'm listening, and then everybody, Tamara tunes in too, she hears it. So it's kind of all you hear is whatever she was saying going off, and it's like nobody should be talking to anybody like that. So we run to because we were on the other side of the house. We run to the other side.
Upstairs, and I heard it and ran downstairs.
And so, to the other side, and just to see like that was kind of crazy.
I think, like I said, everybody emotions coming together, and it all just clashes.
Yeah.
The second incident was unfortunate because we asked that they keep their rooms clean, and if they keep their rooms clean, then they won't get dance. Well, of course we have girls, and they're not telling us the truth that they have food but they had like snacks and food in their bags. So they're wondering why they're always getting ants. And I mean, these 7 little old ladies are fussing about ants in their things. Well, ants are in your things because you have food in your things and not in the kitchen where we have designated all food should go. Okay, so as they're cleaning, Zia decides to go to bed and says, don't touch my stuff. No.
Your stuff has food in it. We're good to
There's food in your stuff that we came to find out later, and that's what was one of the sources of food, of ants coming to that food. So the girls were trying to clean up, and she told them, if you touch my bag, I'm going to knock you out. Whoa.
Mama said knock you out.
What's up, Casey? What you need, sweetheart?
Our space is clean and Zia's stuff is kind of like all over the floor. And we asked her like push it over so that like it's not like in the middle of the way. And she's kind of just refusing and kind of ignoring us. Yeah. So and she's like, no. Yeah, she almost said, we were like, can we just move it over for you? She's like, don't touch my stuff. We're like, okay. And she was like, I don't care. She's like, I don't care and stuff like that. And we just don't want to.
That's you. What's going on? What are you asking?
We've been trying to clean up our room because a lot of people have come in our room and saying our room's dirty.
It is.
As that's going on, the kids come out. She's gonna knock us out if we move her stuff. We're just trying to clean.
I woke right on up, okay? I wasn't missing this night. I needed to see it from my own eyes.
So as I go in and I'm talking to her and talking to Zia and saying that they can move the stuff, she threatened to say if I move her stuff, I just don't want to see what's going to happen if I
She has her fist balled up, like.
And her fists are balled up. Well, that's interesting because I'm the adult that's in the room. So what are you actually going to do to the adult in the room?
Maybe you need to move
We
to
want to just over there in that area.
in the corner.
Yeah.
This is her stuff too.
Yes. All of it.
You don't like to clean.
So going from there, we are now at a level of disrespect. And I told the girls, move her stuff to the side that you need to move it to so that you can complete your job of cleaning this room so that ants don't come back in. So as they're moving stuff, she's like, I don't understand why they have to move my stuff in the first place. My stuff's not even in the way. My stuff, but your stuff is a source of the ants. Still going back and forth with Zia, and to the point that I asked her to stop speaking.
Excuse me. We weren't talking to you now. Now that you don't want to talk, we're not talking to you. Let's go. Keep on looking for the stuff that you need to find.
You're not going to find it because it wasn't over here.
So then you have it. Exactly. So stay out of the conversation. Go to sleep and do what you're doing. Keep on going. Let's go.
When I asked her to stop speaking, it doesn't stop there. Now she has a whole lot to say to me. With that, I don't trust that I can be the best version of myself with a dancer when they push me into a mom mode. So we proceeded to call her mom and bring her stuff out of the room. She didn't want to move her stuff. I proceeded to move her stuff for her. Then she proceeded to even mouth off even more. I proceeded to move her stuff to the van. And that's when we dropped her off to her mom. And Zia spent the night with her mom that night.
Sometimes I think kids push the line, try and find out where the line is, and she just don't know the line was thick. It's a thick line that you just not gonna, you can't push that line because if you
might get something off that line that you don't want.
You want some, come get some, and the line, it wasn't what you wanted.
So, I was in my bed one night in LA and I got a call from Miss Hammer saying that there was something going on with Zia and her dance mates. And I was a little like, what in the world? Made me a little nervous. But anyways, she called me on FaceTime and I got a chance to see that Zia was really upset because she felt like she had to move a suitcase and she felt like I'm in my bed laying down, why do I have to move my suitcase? So she was a little upset about it, but it's a little heightened because I think, she's a young preteen hormones and all the stuff that young ladies go through, and the fact that she was with a lot of little other girls. She's not used to being with a lot of girls because she has a brother and they both have their own bedroom, so she's used to being by herself. So I guess after a while, just being with the girls the long term, it was probably a little bit frustrating on them all. She needed a moment. She was able to kind of come and be with me and kind of relax and kind of gather her thoughts and say, okay, now I'm ready to go back to be around a lot of girls. At the moment, I told Miss Tamara, though, I was going to pull out a dance because I felt like it's a lot of money to be paying and then having to deal with drama, because we already had drama before, and I was like, no, not all the way in California, no drama. So I was a little upset about it, and I was like, she's not coming back to 777. She's not going to dance, period. She's going to take a break. Maybe she needs a break. But after talking to Miss Tamara, I was conversating, and she's saying to me, you know, these are the things. She wasn't the only person having little issues, but, you know, as a mom, I'm like, I want her to, you know, always stay respectful and do what she's supposed to do. So for me, I was like, hey, I don't want to hear that. I'm pulling her out because it's too much money to pay for her to come, and that's silly. I like the moment when Sia actually apologized to Miss Tamara about whatever had occurred, and Miss Tamara gave her a hug, and it was just a beautiful moment, and I saw, okay, this is a learning experience.
No matter what, I always love doing concept videos because you can start, stop, and pause. And for me, it's always fun getting to work with the camera and trying new things with the dance, just to like elevate the dance in different ways that you can't do on stage. So even though it was cold and we were tired, I was excited to do the concept video because these are videos we can have forever and forever and forever.
We're at these beautiful conventions, and I thought to shoot a concept video of one of our competition dances, and it was Remember, our director, our personal cameraman extraordinaire, our right hand to our left hand whenever we need anything technical here at 777. It was on the trip with us, documenting our experience. To have these dancers outside injured, with their injuries, with their feet cold, tired, hungry, to see the product that came out of this was beautiful. And I'm so glad we're able to document our seniors in this beautiful number, choreographed by Rachel Truitt and staged by me and Taylor Rose Whitehead. And Vic also did some staging in it too. So it was like a collective effort to make a beautiful piece, and it definitely came to life. Remember me under the sun.
So you say all you wanna be is remembered. I'll make you go down in history. So you say all you wanna be is remembered. Let me make you go down in history, baby. Let me write you into history, darling. Let me sing you into eternity. You say you just wanna be remembered. You just wanna be remembered. You just wanna be remembered. I'll remember you.
And if I'm not the one, oh, then it's wrong, God. When the trumpets call, you can send me to the Lord. Whatever we become, I was there before it all. When the morning comes, you can sing me to the sun. You can sing me to the sun.
Remember me, remember me, remember me under the sun. Remember me, remember me, remember me under the sun. Remember me, remember me, remember me under the sun. Remember me, remember me, remember me under the sun. Remember me, remember me,
Next time on StudioTypes, raising the bar.